We are definitely seeing some movement now this morning. This is 12th and Pike. We can see police cars. We've heard yelling. We've seen cars kind of speeding in and out of the top zone as well this morning.
These protesters have been ordered to disperse the area. This is the most police activity we have seen at this point in quite some time. Another live look here from a camera just above where these SWAT officers in Seattle Police are fortifying. You could see weapons drawn. They are in a tactical position here, lights flashing. Police have ordered protesters to disperse. And there is Seattle's Police Chief Carmen Best talking with some of her officers. So now that we've got the police chief on scene at the CHOP, we've got SWAT officers armed and positioned.
Under an executive order from Mayor Durkan, the Seattle Police Department was among the first of the city agencies to enter this area today. Our job was to vacate the area and issue dispersal orders. This order and our police response comes after weeks of violence in and around the Capitol Hill occupied protest zone, including multiple shootings resulting in many injuries and 2 deaths.
Chief, you brought additional support with you. Can you tell us about all of the people or the agencies that accompanied you this morning?
Yeah, that's a great question. We really want to thank the Bellevue Police Department, Chief Milet, for sending his resources to assist us, as well as our local FBI that was out here as well. Otherwise, the personnel were from the Seattle Police Department.
Chief, what do you do to keep them from coming back to the East Precinct or even going to the West Precinct and surrounding that area?
Well, in terms of the East Precinct, the mayor's order makes it clear that this area is off limits at this time, and so no one should be in the area, and we'll be enforcing that fully. We have no other threats to any other facility at this time.
Just kind of give you a recap of what has happened this morning. We know that there have been more than 20 arrests.
An emergency order from the mayor of Seattle was issued overnight, demanding that everyone and anyone in the Capitol Hill organized protest zone, or CHOP, be dispersed, be removed from that particular street corner, including Cal Anderson Park. That was at 4:58 this morning that order was made public. It was right at about that time that we saw Seattle Police clearly in a fortified position, a very well thought out response, moved in those early morning hours when most people were asleep, and reclaimed the streets. As our Michael Crow put it, they outnumbered protesters 10-1, and they made quick work, 20 to 25 minutes or so of brief confrontation, but otherwise peaceful clearing of the CHOP. Police have moved back into the East Precinct to clear the building. It has been deemed safe.
That's the East Precinct right down there. You can see all those tents, that debris that is left over after protesters left. We were up there for a little bit. Police have asked us to come back here because they're moving heavy equipment in and out of the area because there's just a lot of work to do, honestly. There is a lot of kind of detritus there, stuff that was left over in the tents after police kind of ripped them up and pushed through and got those folks out of there. You heard those orders to disperse, of course. An update, too, I was talking to a sergeant over on the far side of Cal Anderson Park who was telling me that there is plans to bring a team in that is going to catalog everything that was there kind of as evidence, right? So they want to make sure that they take pictures of what was where and why and that kind of thing and document it. Again, city crews hard at work here, cleaning up what I guess you could say now was formerly the CHOP area.